And we're back to another episode of Let's Play PC Building Simulator IT Expansion. I'm your host, the RPG Guy. We're going to end the day and make our way to today as we get a whole bunch of offers for these computers. So let's take a look here. He ransom tested Barshmark 3500. Would you take it for 1800 for it? So the cost of the build was about a little under 500. So we're going to make a lot of money off of that guy. And we'll make a little bit off this guy. So it's interesting to see how we're getting it, because he's benchmarking it himself, I guess. And basing the price on that, maybe. So, yeah, okay. So maybe there is a reason to tune him up. We don't know what we're going to get, but meh. So we'll accept this. So yeah, even these lower tier machines, if he can benchmark them high enough, he'll give us good cash for them. It looks like, because yeah, look at this guy, 5882. Would you take 3,000 for it? Sure. It's way more than I thought we'd get for that thing. Wow. He's offering us 9,100. See, this is what I'm talking about. At 1845, we benchmarked it, I think. And I think the benchmarking actually does something, because clearly that's way more than the machine's value is. That's almost a $10,000 computer. By the way, he's, making it sound. Oh, look at that little guy. Yay. Okay, doubled the price of that almost, if not more. There's another biggin. I think that's the one we just did, isn't it? So, wow, we just made a big old wad of sweaty money. We have no new things to work on, so we could just throw these guys out there, which I think I should. We'll do that now. Just put them up here. I mean, they'll be... Oh, we can't right now. Then we'll just hold on to them. Screw it. I don't care. We're doing good. Oop, the printer's not working, so that'll be fixed for whoever's asking. There we go. And I bet you there's a build here. Yep. Page Nix got an updated revision on the new Airtech website. The CPU bug seems fixed. Whatever it's doing instead is absolutely killing my graphics card. Seriously, is this the first time I've ever gotten low FPS on a website? Maybe upgrading the GPU will help. But just to be clear, I don't want to change the brand. I like NVIDIA. I'm comfortable with NVIDIA. Don't take that away from me. I emailed DeWitt from Dreamweavers to ask where the rest of the website was, and he said, and I quote, "What do you mean? Do you not like the font?" Call me crazy, but I'm getting the distinct impression he doesn't know the first thing about web development. I explained that we needed all the information from our existing website, and he came back with a few hours with Airtech V 2.0. To his credit, it does seem to have more content, almost 7 gigabytes, in fact, but I can't figure out how to access any of it. I'd love to give this DeWitt guy a chance, I really would, but how am I meant to implement a site I can't even open? So, upgrade the graphics card. So, let's take a look. Go to PC. And so what's the budget here? $1,100. So he just wants a video card upgrade. This doesn't look like his card. His mission build. It's not his Philip DeLucant, whatever. Okay. We do these out of order. Chaos will ensue. They weren't in order. Normally they're in order. Yeah, let's take a look here. It's a 1080 Founders Edition. And we don't really have an NVIDIA better than that to give him. So where is his? His is right there, I believe. So we probably want to... Okay, we're not going to get much money for this build just because of the nature of it. Now, it's a Founders Edition... It's a regular Founders Edition. We're talking 17, 1251. It's $1,005. What is our actual budget? 1,100. So that'll do it. So what else did he want? That's really just it. He wants the NVIDIA. Okay, so that's fine. Let's see what Roizen wants. I want to take a look at the files this little Miss here has on her PC. Can you swap out the solid state drive for another one that is identical? That way she'll never be able to tell. I had to get access to this computer for my investigation, so I accidentally threw a packet of powdered milk over it. It worked, of course, but probably best if you clean up the mess before it starts stinking to high heaven. This is Carla's computer from Graphics Design. I've had my suspicions about her ever since I thought her making a cup of tea in the microwave. When I caught her making a cup of tea in the microwave. That milk powder I threw has got things clogged up something fierce, but it got the job done. She's probably begging me to help fix her computer. Which means she either doesn't know I am onto her, or she's a bigger idiot than I thought. So it's the exact same solid state. So that's an ADATA 650. So we go to ADATA 650. I think it was 240. Yeah, it's a 650 240. All right. Let's look over here now. What does Phillips Lacuna want? Oh my god, my PC won't turn on again. Maybe you know why. I want to print private office keep out but signed, but the stupid printer keeps saying stuff like PC loader letter. What the heck does that mean? Also, someone moved Emily, my potted plant, out of my hall. You can't leave her out there. There's no direct sunlight. It's practically murder. The only thing I can think of is that someone is jealous of my new office and they're sabotaging my stuff. Now I'm trying to point fingers, but if whoever it is could just fix my PC and leave me alone, I'd be happy to forget this ever happened. What a dick. He's blaming us. What an asshole. So it's not turning on. So easiest thing that we can kind of do is take the power supply out and see if it's that. We hope it is. Yep. So FSP Dagger Pro 550 watt. Boom. All right. So now we need to look at numbnuts here. He clearly wants a build. I assume from your silence that my computer did not rematerialize in your workshop. No, do not worry. Not to worry. Just a minor miscalculation, I'm sure, but I will need you to build me a new test PC. I'd like you to be able to run data mine so I can record telemetry during the transport process. Telemetry. If you could install it for me, that would certainly save some time. Sellout and Documon might come in handy too, depending on my findings. To be clear, the first half of the transportation went swimmingly. I watched in awe as my computer dematerialized in front of me, its atoms methodically ripped open like undoing a cosmic zipper. Sadly, it seems a calibration issue threw off the rematerialization process, and the darn thing never came back. But a true scientist is never thrown for a loop by failure. I shall regroup, recalculate, and retry. So he has a $1,500 budget. He needs to run data mine on the minimum specs. So we can go to our PC here, check out data mine, the minimum specs, and pretty much build the computer around this concept here. Again, I like to go with I do like to go with AMD, since they're usually easier to figure out and piece together. So that's what we're going to be going with. Let's see. So it's an i7 6700. So there's the 6700. So we want to do a Ryzen 3 quad core 3100. And just to guarantee it, we could go 3300X. But let's go with that to start with. Processor. AMD 3100X. No, is it 3300? We'll buy that. Cheapest cooling. Motherboard. Steel Legend AM4. Memory. He's going to need 8 gigs of memory. So we'll do 8 GB. It's not about performance, so we don't care about the speed. Boom. He needs 6 gig graphics card, so let's look at the 1060 series. And we're looking at 6 gigabyte. So 1060, 6 gigabyte. And it didn't even give me that. Alright, let's just find the 6 gig cards here. 1060 gaming 6G. I figure that's fine. Boom. Storage 200 gigabytes. That's 250. Boom. Power supply. Do 650. And for the case, let's do this guy. Boom. Should all be there. It should be under $1,000. I mean, we're talking, let's say 300, 630, 690, 750, 845, around there. So, okay, let's go ahead. Yeah, no other special requests, I don't think. Did he? He just wanted extra software. Okay, so that's fine. Big old cart. All right, let's buy now. And let's finish the ones that we have on the counter here, and then we'll work on those others. So he wanted an updated graphics card. Boom. This is Paige. Let's make sure Paige didn't want anything else. So he doesn't want to change the brand, and we didn't, and we gave him an NVIDIA, so he is done. We will deal with this shortly. Replace solid state drive. Make sure we clean this thing real good. I don't think there was anything else he wanted. I think we're good. This one's done. You need a new power supply, and it may be a little bit more work. We'll find out once we boot her up. Okay, that's it, because we had to fix the printer, and the printer is fixed. All right, let's move to the next computer. Put that together. Not put storage. And then numbnuts here wanted data mine, sellout, and documond. Not bad for $955 out of a $1,500 budget. We'll find out how we did. We're about to level to 13. Fine work. Now keep a close watch. The new computer should be rematerializing in your workshop very soon. I want you to take a look at this little miss it has on her PC. Can you swap out the solid state drive for... Oh, wait, no. Why am I reading this? Okay, we did that. So you've done a grand job. Carla's none the wiser. Now I just need to learn how to get the data off a stolen solid state drive. Hey, thanks for sorting everything out, Truce. Great, thanks. Fingers crossed. This upgrade means I can finally get a stable frame rate on our website. Yeah, we only made $95 off of it, but it was easy to do. All right, time to make it, as you guys know, a brand new day. Okay. Let's take a look. And our new bargains have arrived. Let's go to shop. New. Mine. 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 All right. Hopefully we get a good turnout this time around. Yes. Yes. Video cards, a lot of broken ones. Ooh. And finally, a metric ton of memory and hard drives. Some motherboards, processors, air. So the really thing we didn't get, or really the things we didn't really grab in this were, we got a lot of storage now, and that's nice. 3 rows of storage, multiple rows of memory, which is always grand. No power supplies, that's pretty standard. It looks like a lot of Coffee Lakes, AM4s, which is good because we used our one of our last AM4s earlier, I think. So lots of AM4s. Lots of processors. I don't think I saw a stinker except for this one. And that's subjective, really. So that's probably a stinker there. But yeah, some really good pieces of hardware here with the 2066 And we still got our Threadripper, so really it's just getting a really good graphics card, which we haven't had in quite a while. Since the 3060 we had really early on in the game. But we have definitely the, like, if we look here and here, or rather more here, and then here, RX 580, you know, here, and then, you know, this guy here. We have some decent cards, nothing to break one's head over. RX 580, 8 gig OC. No, it's a 580. We don't have another 580. We have that too. 570 OC and OC. So we have a crossfire possibility right there. So, and then we have the 1080. So we have some good cards here that we might need to consider. Oh, wait. Then we have two crossfires. Okay. 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 So, in theory, if we buy some towers, we might be able to do, and some power supplies, there might be some good things in store for us. Wow, we actually got all of our stuff in that one day. None of it got lost. Who would have thunk? So like, we have a really good storage right here, case. So let's fiddle around with what we can do with this. Because there's a good PC in the making here. We don't have the power supply, but what do we have for motherboards? Now, I don't think we have one for the Threadripper. I'd have to look. That is a TR4. I think we have an STR4, and I don't know if that'll work. We do have a 2066 right there. There's another STRX as well. Maybe we should try one of these. 183 versus 133. To get rid of our Threadripper. Yeah, it's not compatible. Which kind of blows. Okay. We're not going to buy a processor for that, so. But at least it'll be at the bottom of the list. But we do have a 2066 or whatever the hell it's called. $7740 versus the 7980. Those are the two we have. We also have the 9800. So we'll do this one. Because it's still not the best cards possible, but it's definitely good. Put in the best memory we got in. Let's do this guy. So we're not making the best machine possible. We're just making a good machine. That is the overarching goal here. So processor, it's going to be this guy. I'm sure we have a cooler. I want to check memory. Now I see some 3000s, 2400s, 3200s. $3,000. I doubt any of these are going to work with each other, but if we're going to put anything in here, we're going to put the 16 gig stick. And it should all be incompatible. Figures. We could technically put in two of these guys. Storage. Ah, that doesn't fit. God damn it. This does. As does this. Get that goofy thing in. Okay. May as well put in some case fans. There are some in here. We got 1, 2, 3. Only put in 2. Yeah. No power supply, but everything else I think is in there. Okay, so really quick. Let's put in a decent power supply of like 1200. Right, we're gonna invest in this thing. Or what is the highest we can do? 1600. We're not gonna spend $1,000. Just not gonna happen. Not on power supply. 200 something, 300 something, that might be different, but 1300, that's okay. 1300 we can do. Boom. Same day delivery. I know I could wait and do it with the job gear, but I'm gonna do a slightly shorter episode just fiddling with this. I think would be substantial. Technically, we can put in a 3 terabyte as extra storage. See if it boots. It boots. Now we're going to benchmark this thing so we can see how well it performs. Since we didn't liquid cool the rig, we're definitely not going to we're not going to beef up the we're not going to overclock the processor, just the GPU. Should be able to max that out. We'll let that run. Now, while we're sitting here, just wasting time, smoking and drinking, try to ease my mind. Could work on another rig, as we have the storage. Just lack the power supply. Could have waited for another power supply. We could make a dinky one using this Cabby Lake here. I don't know what we have for motherboards, so we'll order one just in case, and if we already have one on us, we'll keep it in stock, because I'm always having trouble with the Cabby Lake and the Sky Lake stuff. So let's go ahead and do a motherboard Cabby. Let's do this guy. We'll do a 750 watt power supply. And then we'll do a cheap case. Okay, too much power. I have to remember there's 2 video cards in there, so that's probably part of it. Now this one computer is not the worst thing ever. There's no way I can tell what would work and what wouldn't, because I don't have anything that's not Cabby, so straight up just throw that in there then. We'll leave the fan in. I'm not going to take the fans out of this guy. Put in that DFL I saw. Put that in there. We actually have 2 processors here. The Skylake and the Cabby. The Cabby's actually worse, so let's put that in there. Might be a good opportunity to get rid of the other Cabby Lake, as the Skylake as well. So I might want to do that. While we're at it, you know. 45, 56. Again, we're looking for the big ones that'll fit. 57. Smaller they are, the more likely they will fit. I already put memory. Oh, yeah. Okay. Strangely enough, this also has crossfire. Do I want to do it? No. And I don't know why I bought the 750 watt. Oh, god damn it. Okay, hold on. Take the DFL out. We do an 8 gig stick at 2400. Do we have anything lower? Probably not. 8 gig stick at 2400. Could put that in there. Or that. And even that's not really worthy of a 750 watt. That's the one that can be doubled. You know what? This guy's probably good because it's a 6 gig. So that'll work. 8,072. Now that's with those 2 beastly cards in there. So we'll leave it at that. I don't think we're going to get much better. And this guy, I don't think we're not gonna, well, you know what? Let's see what happens. This guy pretty much is done. And we can put this up in the area because we can start putting those other ones we were sitting on up there as well. So we're investing a couple hundred into each of these just because we can. So we'll go about there, about there. Okay, we have a Skylake, so let's look at Skylake. The cheapest Skylake motherboard. And we need a dinky power supply. Just a frickin' 450 will do it. Boom. And the case. Boom. And then we'll use it to get rid of the Skylake processor as well. That should be it for our crummiest hardware, so that'll work out. I'm assuming it'll work out. We'll find out in a minute. And we have a solid state, so let's take that back plate off. And you have to for this one anyway. We have another Kaby Lake, but that's a pretty good one. Though it might have been better than the one we just put in, but still, whatever. So Skylake and Kaby Lake are interchangeable for what it's worth. And theoretically, we could do, we'll do another one. I gotta really sit down and look at what I have and stop constantly spending. But in the same breath, I just don't care at the same time, so. Yeah. Yeesh. Memory, the DFL's going in this, because we're gonna make this one as terrible as humanly possible. This guy's going in. Storage. Where's that bad one? There it is. This one is not even worth trying to add any more power to. We just want it to boot. So yeah, we're going to do one more build like this. So we know the Skylakes will work on, and the Kaby Lakes are interchangeable. Yeah, and we'll do a 550 for this one, just to be on the safe side of the because we're gonna put a better card, because we have a better card we can put in. So this guy's pretty much done. So we were able to improve this one a wee bit. I know I know I could be doing this more cheaply, but I'm not worried about losing a couple. One of these computers will replace all the excess buying all the excess spending that I'm doing for extra shipping. I mean, if we're putting in the effort to get these squared away, then we should be okay. And really, if we really want to, we can look at what we have and dictate even another build that will more than enough pay for everything that we've got. I mean, I think I have another one of these guys. We have a double fit graphics card too. So like these are very fancy. Oh wow, look at that thing. $400 processor. LGA 2066. So really it just depends on how I feel. But like we could pop that into something and do dual cards, but I think I'm going to go lower with this Ryzen 1600 because we do have these two 570s that run on Crossfire. So first of all, let's do what we came here to do first and foremost. But run another double, get a very big ass power supply and overclock the shit out of it. And see if we can really make it count. I think 2666 at 8 gigs is the best we're going to get. I don't see 4 gig at that speed, so that's fine. Processor. Last of these. You can put a moderate card in this one because we're putting a moderate processor. I'm saying moderate very loosely because I'm not exactly sure if it's that moderate or not. I'm just saying it out loud to because I can. Put in the biggest one there. And size. Storage. Those aren't going to fit that board. So you, sir. Now, this one is just a single card. Doesn't have to be amazing. It could even be that X580, but yeah, I don't want to do the two 570s. It could be this one as well. Or we just try to get rid of these things, which I'm keen on doing. Please tell me I can get both of them in there because somehow it magically works. No. All right, well, we'll use that to get rid of this dinky thing. No, you know what? I take that back. We'll put in something a little... We'll put in the green one. This thing. Because we don't have two of them. It's not compatible with any other card we have, so may as well do that. Don't see a reason to power it up further, so we'll just be done with it. We actually have room for 3 more PCs, so we may as well just do the fixings for 3 more PCs. And let's look at our graphics cards really quick before we commit to this. So the two 570s, that's one that'll be a nice build. We can do 2 crummy builds is what I'm thinking. Weaker builds. Even though we have some decent processors, it's like we're just trying to get them out. So we could do it with the one Ryzen one and... Well, I don't think we have an LGA 120 rig, so it would either be the 2 Ryzens or a Ryzen and a Kaby Lake. But these Kaby Lakes are really good, so I'm reluctant to want to do that. We'll do 2 Ryzens, I guess. 2 Ryzens, and we'll do one of these guys. This guy here. Unless we can do... No, we'll do 2 Ryzens and a Coffee Lake. So we have the Coffee Lake, and we have the Ryzens. So what we need... we have memory, motherboards. We should have the motherboards for that. So we need cases and power supplies. So 2 regular ones. We could just go with 3. And then power supplies. We only need 1 good one. So let's do... Let's do this one. And then let's do 2 550s. And we'll get these knocked out and added to the collection. We're going to start with the big one, though, because that would make the most sense, which is going to be the Intel, I believe. We'll put in some extra fans. Right. So that's 46. So technically this is the better one. So let's motherboard it up with something with Crossfire, which we have. Storage. None of those fit. I now almost want to remove this board. But we'll be okay. I'm not that worried about the storage differential here. Put this guy there. Put the big chungus there. Probably something like that. Processor. Just leave it at that. I know there's a 36, but I'm not going to bother. Again, let's get these big, hefty ones out if we can. I need to get a bigger case for these three. And down the 4 down the road here. Put that giant thing in there. What am I missing? Oh, the front panel. Not gonna bother. All right, let's set the memory. And we were looking for anything AM4. Nope. And then GPU tuner. This one's getting tuned. Slightly weaker than the last rig, so we might be able to get more juice out of it. I have 3 Ryzens. Why do I not notice this sometimes? Is that more valuable? Oh, it's overclockable. So is this one. That's the weakest of them. I don't get it. We'll just put it in there. A little weird that it does that. So that's fine. Memory. Storage. Now, I was thinking of putting one of the little dinky ones in there. So I know these are, like, again, I'm not mid-maxing my profit on most of these rigs. I'm just getting them installed so we could do something with them. And finding out that's actually more valuable in the long haul than really anything else you can do. Just get it to where it needs to be. Okay. Look at that. We have a whole nother set of rigs ready to go. I don't even think we spent really that much money in the grand scheme of things. Those weak sauces out of here. And we're pretty much out of hard drives. We still never been able to apply that one yet. We will soon, though, I think. It'll come. The biggest one is going to be these guys. All right, this guy is done. Oh, that blue screen. So we'll put it back to where it was, because that was pretty much good enough. Dial it back a wee bit. And it should be good to go. So we'll let that run its course. I'll tweak it as I need to and add it to the to the rig and everything else that's going on. Because yeah, we will. Because why not? But we've come a long way with this. That means we'll be getting another set of fat stacks. Probably not as good as the last one because we had a roughly $10,000 computer. More like 8 when you add in the expenses and everything. But we did a really good job with that rig. I'm really impressed with it. So we're not going to achieve that with these other two that are running SLI or Crossfire. But, you know, we're going to make some decent money off of them. And I know that going forward, it's just going to keep getting better and better and better as we're still sitting on really good processors. We're sitting on really good motherboards. Memory's kind of weak. Hard drives were almost out. And we haven't been getting power supplies, but that's not really an issue. And so, you know, it's all coming together as far as making the fat stacks go. And like I said, if we hit 100 grand from doing this, or even 80 grand, I'll start buying some decor stuff. But once we hit about 20K, I think I'll probably wait till we buy more stuff and to buy more stuff. But I don't think we're going to reach that quickly. But we still have a lot to go. So anyway, thanks for stopping by, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/JackTartsStudios for more live gaming action. Or action that I cannot explicitly show on YouTube, because YouTube has its rules. Can't even do LA Noir, unless I make a Let's Play and censor it. So, yeah. It makes me sad, in a way. But, going forward here, we have more work to do, and it'll be quite a while before we get to our next big sale, so there's no reason to rush it. So anyway, thanks for stopping by, guys, and we'll see you guys next time.